Welcome back to my channel, my fish and I, aka my Fishney. Today's species profile is gonna be about the Vieja Argentea cichlid, aka white cichlid, aka silver cichlid. This dude is an interesting guy. I have him about 2 years. This one I had two of them, but one of them I realized when there's two males, they fight. But other than that, he's pretty peaceful towards the other fish that's not smaller than it. But he's the one that's survived. So he's around 2 years old, about 10 inches. So let's just deep dive into some information about Mr. Vieja Argentea. Vieja Argentea is a Central American cichlid, usually found in the waters of Mexico and Guatemala. This cichlid temperament to its own species is usually peaceful, except when you have two males in a tank. They're usually aggressive towards each other, but when it comes towards, you can have them in like a group. If you have a large tank, like now this bad boy is in a 350-gallon large boy, but you usually can live as a pair and you have no problems. Temperament towards other fish, I find that, usually chase around the other fish, but other than that, the other fish is in the tank, he doesn't bother it. As you can see, he's in with a lot of Central Americans. He don't have no problem. No, they don't bother him. He doesn't bother them. His tank is pretty chill. He swim around. Usually this guy like to swim in the bottom end of the tank, to the bottom and the middle of the tank. So most times he spend at the bottom, exploring the bottom, moving around the decoration. So if you want to keep a neat tank, this guy's gonna uproot all your plants, move your gravel, and redecorate that bad boy how you see fit, just like any other cichlids. What I feed this guy, I have my varied diet. I feed them from anything from pellets, large pellets that, because a large big boy, so he likes those big pellets. Feed them mussels, cut up the mussels, cut up vegetables like cucumbers, carrots. Feed them garlic, feed them lettuce. I feed him green peas, green beans. He loves his vegetable. I feed him duckweeds. He's not a picky eater. I also feed him like those little white fish that you buy, just frozen fish. Just chop it up, that boy eat it up. Feed him some worms sometimes, some bloodworms, some earthworms. Eat it up. Not a picky eater. Lifespan, I have this guy for 2 years, but they say they live around, when I did my research, around 4 to 5 years, which that's pretty low, because most of my fishes, I think he was probably the last addition to that tank. But most of my fishes are over 5 years in that tank. They've been migrating, so I was kind of surprised that they only live for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. So this little boy is around 2 years. The max size they get it around 12 inches. That boy is 10 inches, and he looks small according to like my Oscar that is huge and my red Texas. But nobody bothers him. He doesn't bother them. He's exploring the bottom, as I said, most of the time. Yeah, so when you come towards tank size, if you want to do a pair, I think nothing less than a 50-gallon, to be honest. They'll be happy in that tank. The bigger, the better. The bigger tank you have, the more fish you can have. Better to maintain the water volume, the water quality. This tank I usually do I think 80% or anything from 50 to 80% water change. In the summer, once a week. In the winter, once every 2 weeks. I keep them in a temperature range from, let me see, 78 to 86 Fahrenheit. I think that works out to 26 to 30 degrees. In the winter, I keep them at the lower temperature because I don't have I just heat my house. I don't put, the only fish tank in my house that has a heater is my discus tank, because I need to keep that bad boy like 90 degrees. But these guys, I keep it around, right now it's winter and it's 26 degrees, sometimes 25 degrees, and I feed less. In winter I feed these guys probably 2-3 times a week, right? Cooler the temperature, less they need to eat. Actually even better for their temperament. So that's how I keep that tank. I keep it nice and cool to help with some of that aggression with all the other cichlids. It's pretty harmonious in that tank, and no problem so far. So, but it's a nice fish, you know, it's a beautiful fish. I always want those white fish, you don't really see them that often, so it's different from in this tank. Look at this next beautiful Vieja. That's another species profile I gotta do with those reds and those beautiful purple and blues. But I wanted a white fish in the tank, and he's the best that I could get to contrast, because I like different color. You know what I'm saying? So the bigger the tank, the better it is for the fish, easier for them to maintain, better for them to live a long quality life, and you can keep more fish, you know. When you keep more fish, you enjoy different behavior of the fish, and the fish is just fun. So hopefully you enjoy the species profile. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If you want to ask any questions about my experience on keeping this fish, just leave a comment in the comment box. Please remember to like, subscribe, support your boy. Your support is greatly appreciated. Now I'm just gonna let the rest of the video roll, and you can see how the Vieja Argentea interact with his tank mates. So some of the tank mates you can have, it can run through what's in this tank. As I said, I got Red Texas, I got Green Terror, I got a whole bunch of Severums, I got other Viejas, I have Oscar, I have Brisonose Plecos, I have normal Plecos, I even have clown loaches and yo-yo loaches at the bottom in this tank. I even have a straggler, what's that one called again? Mabuna in there. I have a whole bunch of silver dollars. I have that baby dinosaur swimming around. I got some, see what, blood parrots over there in the corner. I got some frontosas. So you see, you can keep these fish with a variety of fish, you know, and we don't have no problems in the tank. Oh yeah, I even have them with some Texas cichlids that are also in there as well. Birch is in there. So much fish in this tank, sometimes I just forget. I even have a golden algae eater in there sometimes. What else do I have in there that I can't remember? But Mr. Vieja, he get along with everybody in there. Nobody mess with it. It don't mess with nobody. It's just like any other cichlid. You'll see them chase each other around from here and there, but I don't see no fin damage on none of them. And thanks for your support. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Just gonna let it run and see how the fish interact. You don't have to hear my voice no more. Thank you very much.